Hi and welcome to the Market Alert for Thursday, the 11th of January 2024. So bonds and black gold dip, big tech rips as event risk looms. I don't know what the event risk is, but one thing I can tell you, it seems to be making its known on the internet as this video here. Google prepares for the event, whatever that is, and also here they know something is coming. Both two very interesting videos. I don't know what the event is, but what the discussion in this video is about all of the elite buying places in New Zealand and building underground bunkers with data to actually back it up. So what do they know that we don't know? What is the event risk? Or is it just an event risk that is pertinent to the markets? But interesting that it's used there as well. I'm starting to see more of this over the last few days, this event wording. Anyway, let's see what happens. Stocks advance while bonds and FX chop ahead of CPI numbers. The tech certainly advanced yesterday. Today is the day. We've got the CPI numbers. They're out at 130, 3.2, 3.1. The markets are being run up on the overnight at the moment. So let's kick off and have a look at the Dow. So the Dow heading back to all-time highs, which we can see there. The all-time high is to the left, so this is going to be taken out today quite comfortably. It's just move this across a bit more and drag this across. You can see there. So give you some numbers on these. We've got 37,815 is where the market needs to get through, and it'll get through that comfortably if the CPI numbers come out less than forecast, which I suspect they probably will. 30-minute chart yesterday morning electronic session, not doing a lot. Then we had some news and then we started to move, and it's continued all the way through yesterday's high on the overnight as we look at the markets currently. In the German DAX, also heading back towards the all-time high, which is 17,004 through the 62 at the moment. Very choppy yesterday until the Dow found its footing, and then the tech stocks moving high and dragging the DAX with it, and overnight just pushing up on the pretext that the CPI numbers are going to be lower than forecast at the moment. So again, if we get a bit of a pullback, watch the high of yesterday in the German DAX, and the same for the Dow as well. However, the one to watch is the S&P. This is the monthly chart. We're just about to take out the all-time highs in the S&P. Let's have a look at the daily. You can see the market there trying to take out the high to the left. And as I record, the market continues to spike to the upside. So maybe they just want to, let's paint another scenario here. They just want to get the S&P at the all-time high. Even if the CPI numbers come out bad and the market moves lower, at least they've achieved their objective of getting the S&P back to that all-time high. 30-minute chart, you can see they're already trying to force this on the overnight market. Yesterday, not a lot until the cash market opened, and then moving strongly to the upside. In the FTSE 100, the market still remains sideways, great for option sellers. And in the 30-minute chart, very, very choppy, as you can see there, but with a trend to the downside, which found support at this BRN, which is a psychological level of 7,650. And then the market moving back to the upside there, which you can see now heading back towards yesterday's high, using the slipstream of the other markets that are already currently moving higher there. US dollar down a bit in anticipation that maybe the CPI numbers are going to come out lower, because that will force the dollar to the downside and will support the metal. So let's have a look at those. And in the metals, consolidating, 89% retracement there. You can see it without me marking it up. If the CPI numbers come out lower than forecast, silver and gold move higher. If they come out higher, they get absolutely pummeled to the downside. So again, at the moment, it looks like everybody's anticipating that these numbers are going to be lower than forecast as the Dow and all the other markets move on the overnight markets to the upside. Makes you wonder whether somebody has actually released these numbers, or they're aware of what the numbers are going to be. There's been some sort of leaking of the information, and that wouldn't surprise me. It's happened before in the past. In the gold market, also to finding support at the 50 EMA, and the market trying to move on the overnight there as well, which you can see moving quite nicely and just through the 200 MA, but not quite at yesterday's high. But if those figures come out lower than forecast, that will be the impetus that's required to move the gold price to the upside there. So have a quick look at the gold silver ratio, and this currently showing red. So again, same thing at the moment. We're looking at pre-market or pre-release of those figures that the CPI numbers are going to be lower than forecast, which means the gold and silver will be moving higher. As just an aside, the implied or the VIX volatility, as we can no longer get the implied, down at 1269. We've had a couple of spikes up where we've had a couple of corrections in the market over the last couple of weeks, but back down towards the lows at the moment there. Okay, let's have a quick look at yesterday's trades. As I warned, the market would be sideways and choppy, and that is exactly what it did. So we can see the market moving higher to begin with, then getting sideways, becoming in a range. Then it takes out the first trade. Like I said yesterday, it was inevitable day before the release of the CPI numbers, as you can see then. So we've had a couple that have traded to the scalp. The first one a loser. Then we had another one to the upside, which moved quite nicely and trailed that one as it broke out. But then that came back. That was closed out. And then we had another potential long, but unfortunately see how sideways the market became at 10 o'clock, and then that one was taken out. And then we went to the afternoon where the market remained sideways and there were no trades at all, which can be seen there. So today, let's have a look at the overnight and just see where the market's trading. So in the daily chart, obviously, we've already seen that the market's moving higher, and in the 2 minute, we've already broken out to the upside whilst I'm recording. Let's just have a look here. So we've got the high down here, we've got the 200 MA, we've already sat on the R1, so if prices come back to this level, keep an eye on it, because obviously it's been a very supportive place for the market. The 5, the 20, the 50, the 200, all in the right direction. The R2 is the next upside target for this markets, and also obviously in the daily charts, the recent highs that we've seen there. We've got this one here at 16,961, and then we've got the all-time high at 17,004. That's where the market's likely to be gunning for there. So that's where we are currently. Let's see what the market does at 1:30. Might have a bit of a rush first thing this morning and then calm down and wait for those numbers at 1:30 p.m. unless, of course, they already have been leaked to the market, given the overnight moves to the upside. Okay, that's it for this one. Let's see what those numbers are. And as ever, thanks for watching. See you in